name is Christy Hansen-Anka, and today I'm going to be unboxing this little gem, a CyberpowerPC, and I'm doing this in my living room because I'm going to be doing virtual reality experiences with this big computer. Now, I'm not that savvy when it comes to computers, but I do know that to run any of the top high-end virtual reality hardware, such as Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive, you need a very powerful computer. And up until this baby came out, those computers really cost a lot of money. I am interested in this technology for healthcare. And with anything in healthcare, it's all great if people can develop interesting treatments or therapies using virtual reality and augmented reality experiences. But unless there's access to it, people are not going to be able to benefit from that. So CyberpowerPC is a lower cost version, which is creating a little bit better access. And when this was available as a bundle with the new Oculus Rift, I thought, now's the time for me to invest and get this going. So you can get this from Amazon. It is packaged as a bundle with the Oculus Rift, and it arrived to my door, and here it is. So it's huge, and I'm going to open it now. So let's see what's in the box. There's a black box. All right, so it looks like we have a CyberpowerPC gaming mouse. We have a wireless dual band USB adapter, random cables, installation guide, CDs, and all the stuff that you really do want to keep, and some information on the motherboard itself. Hopefully I won't need too much information in that. Important, read this first. Okay, so that's some of the directions. I'm going to have to read that before I actually turn that on. Seems pretty easy. And then if I share, I get a free gift, which looks like it's a gaming headset. So I may do that, post a review, and I may get a free gift. That's great. Pretty easy stuff is in there. What I like to do is tilt this over to one side and sort of slide it out. Let's see if you can see that. So now I have it on its side, and I can see in here, well, I can't see it, but there's a keyboard. Keyboard's in there. So this is a multimedia gaming keyboard. Looks pretty good. And then I'll slide this out. Now it's pretty big compared to what I'm used to. I use a MacBook Air, so you can see while I would need some very specific hardware to run the virtual reality headsets. And if you aren't sure about a big massive machine like this, it's not that big of a deal. It's really just a computer, and I'm going to use my monitor, my TV actually, in my house, in the living room here, to act as the monitor. Alright. So I'll turn it around so you can see the front. So on the side here, we have some information. It looks like there's a bag in there. So this is where I would use my directions, because I know it's important to read directions, even though I don't really like to follow them. But so it gives you directions to take off the side panel here. Basically twist these little twisties. And slide it off like that. Okay. And then packaged inside here is just some padding. Looks like it's some padding, which is nice to keep everything safe while it was in transport. So we need to really make sure that nothing really dislodged, is what it's saying. So it's not that I have to plug anything in, I just have to make sure that nothing's sort of out there not plugged in. And it looks pretty good. Of course, what do I know? I don't know much about this, but that's okay. Sort of slides in there. And put the twisties back on. They're screws. I call them twisties because you twist them. Okay, I want to show you what comes in the little packet. This is the stuff that's in the black box. You have your Windows 10 CD. You have your AMD driver installation DVD. You have your MSI, which is your motherboard information, some kind of drivers and stuff. And then this little disc came with the wireless dual band USB adapter. And then you get a couple manuals, at least I did, about the motherboard itself. You have this little doohickey. Guess what? None of this you have to worry about. None of this has to be installed. It's all pre-installed. This little cord, you don't need to use that for anything. I think it's for if something goes wrong with your computer, like save this stuff, because you might need it. Okay, so I want to focus your attention on the back of the computer. Starting with the top, we have a keyboard and a mouse connector, and you know that because they have the little icon right there of a keyboard and a mouse. But our keyboard and mouse that came with this computer are actually connected via USB, so they would actually connect down here. And you'll see, along with the two black or gray USB connectors, we have 4 blue USB connectors, and those are USB 3.0. So you want to reserve these for your virtual reality headsets or any other high-powered USB connections that you need to have. So these two will work fine for your keyboard and your mouse that comes with the computer. You will also notice that there is an HDMI and DVI output for your monitor here. But because this is a gaming PC, you will not use those. Don't even try to use those. Thank God CyberpowerPC has lifetime technical support. And they have a nice online chat that you can ask these stupid questions as a newbie and find out that no, you're supposed to use the connections on your video card, which is located, and I'm going to move this down, which is located right here. Okay, so now when I first looked at this, I said, okay, there's my HDMI output, and that's where my Oculus will go, and that's pretty exciting. And I didn't know where to plug in my monitor because these two were not working. So I contacted technical support, and the guy asked me what kind of graphics card I had, and I was able to look that up on Amazon. And then he gave me a picture, and what I didn't realize is there are display ports behind these beautiful plastic things. All you have to do is remove those, and voila, look at you. You have 3 display ports that you can connect your monitor to. Now, my monitor happens to be my TV, which has an HDMI input, and of course, I don't have a connector to a display port, so I had to run to Best Buy, because Amazon is great, but sometimes you want to hook it up right away, so you go to Best Buy, and I bought myself one of these, DisplayPort to HDMI cable. And that way my computer can go to my monitor. So it does ship with this wireless dual band USB adapter, and it's just a little teeny tiny thing like that, and you just plug it in. So you'll plug it into one of these USB slots, and you'll be ready to go. You'll be accessing Wi-Fi, download all the cool games, and it's pretty decent, pretty easy to do. Other than that, it's really just plugging in your thing. So you can plug in your mouse, right? That's pretty easy. And you can plug in, of course, I have a lot of cords. Trying to get attention. You can plug in your keyboard, and then that's good. And then when you have your virtual reality headset, for the Oculus, you've got your 2 connectors. You got HDMI and a USB, and you have to put the USB in one of the blue ones, not the black ones. Now, I will say on the front of this machine, there are 2 black USB ports, and they say 3.0. So those are 3.0 ports. They just made them black for aesthetic reasons, I'm guessing. And then down here on your graphics card, so not up top, not up here, but down here, you're going to plug in your HDMI for your Oculus. And then you get your TV cable. So in my case, it's that HDMI to DisplayPort. And DisplayPort kind of looks like an HDMI, but it's not. It's kind of squarey, more square. But that plugs in right next to it. Very nice. And then you're really ready to go. I mean, that's the only things you have to plug in. Of course, you have to plug in your power, right? So this lovely thing. And you have to make sure it's all turned on. And ready to go. But that's it. It's super, super, super simple to fix up for you. So now I've turned it around. And for the Oculus sensor, that requires another USB, and because I'm going to have the sensor sort of at the front, I can plug it in. And then it's really just firing it up. So there's a little on switch right here, and I'll press it. Ooh, it's pretty. It's definitely red. It's definitely gamey. It maybe doesn't look as cool in my living room as I'd like it to look, because I'm not really a flashy person. I like teals and Pier 1 type stuff, but it's going to do the job for me. And it's kind of nice to be able to see the insides. I guess that's a real gamey thing to do, is make a clear box for it to kind of show all the cool graphic cards and things that you have installed in your device. But it's going to be fun. I think I'm excited to see how this works for all of the Oculus Rift and virtual reality, HTC Vive, hopefully one day HoloLens, Meta, all that kind of good stuff. Augmented reality will happen. All right, thank you for watching.